Welcome back to KSVPTV.com Lady Coyote Softball. We're just a couple minutes away from Game 2. As far as Game 1 is concerned, the Roswell Lady Coyotes foul 15-7. And losing pitcher will be Gutierrez. And the winning pitcher for the Hobbs Lady Eagles will be Chavarria in game number 1. Real quick, let's go ahead and go over starting lineups here for game number 2. We'll start off with the home team. Left to right at third base will be Bear Tarin, better known as Alani Tarin, wearing jersey number 10. Will be Aslan Fuentes wearing jersey number 11, followed by the second baseman, number 13, Jaslyn Horton. Elena Tarin wearing jersey number 15, playing first base. And then in the outfield, going left to right, will be Lauren Lucero wearing jersey number 4. Wearing jersey number 1 will be center fielder Mireya Patino, and number 5 will be Bella Ornelas. The battery for tonight's second game for the Roswell Lady Coyotes will be number 12, Yarida Aragon, who came in relief of Gutierrez, and Marcus will do the catching. And for the Hobbs Lady Eagles, let's go to the opponents here. Zambrano, wearing jersey number 4, will be playing second base. The shortstop for the second game will be number 5, Fuentes. Center fielder will be number 3, Jimenez, followed by the catcher, number 1, Chavez. First base will be number 9, Garcia, and left field will be number 7, Rodriguez. And the designated hitter will be number 18, Segala. And the right fielder will be number 10, will be Silva. And then Valenzuela will play. Actually, I don't have her down. Valenzuela. We have an update 9-0 as well. Okay, we'll get that going for that as well. And so Valenzuela is number 14, and I don't have her playing a position just yet, but let's see what we can come up with. Do you have it, Don? The number 9 hole? She's going to be playing third base. Okay, so we'll thank you, Don. So now the pitcher will be Anaya Rodriguez for Hobbs, and we will begin as Zambrano will lead off things here for Hobbs, and Yarida Aragon will be in the circle once again as she comes in relief in game 1. Pitches to Zambrano, pitches ball 1. Now the second pitch goes and delivers. There's going to be a shot over to second base. Nice grab by Horton. 4-3, 4 out in number 1. So nice grab by Horton. So out number 1. So now coming up to the plate will be Fuentes. Jackie Fuentes. It's going to be called strike. So Fuentes taking the place of the shortstop, Boyle, who was injured in pregame before game 1. And now that's going to be a shot over to the middle, and that's going to be the first base hit of this ball game. So nice job by Fuentes, who is 1 for 1 on the line drive. So nice shot. And now coming up to the plate will be number 3, Jimenez. So Mariah Jimenez facing Yarida Aragon. Going to take that foul. So 0-1 with 1 out. Score 0-0 top half of the first inning. Lady Coyotes foul 15-7 in game 1. So now Hobbs will improve their record to 1-0 in district play. That's going to be a called strike. No, they're going to say no. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to get the overall record for the Hobbs Lady Eagles on Max Preps. I thought they were actually 8-6, but now they could be 9-7. But I'll confirm that in just a moment. The curveball away for ball 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Aragon, the pitcher, in the circle as she steps back and delivers, and that's going to be strike number 2 on the call strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with an out. Looks like the infield is in, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be a doubled up play for the Roswell Lady Coyotes. So it will be a swing and a miss for strike 3. Then the throw down from Emily Marquez over to the shortstop will be caught stealing for out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors on 9 pitches for Aragon. Coming up to the plate for the Roswell Lady Coyotes will be Aragon, Elena Tarin, and Bella Ornelas. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender, loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. Fergalicious. In fact, they're downright funky. Fergalicious. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2668. Fergalicious.
All right, welcome back, KSVPTV.com. The Coyotes will take the lead on a solo home run. 1 pitch, 1 home run for Yadira Aragon. That quick on the solo home run by Aragon. So 1-0 is the score in favor of the Roswell Lady Coyotes, and the pitcher is Anaya Rodriguez. Anaya Rodriguez wearing jersey number 7, is that correct? And the pitcher for Hobbs. And the left fielder for Hobbs is jersey number? Yes, sir. All right, now the hitter is going to be Elena Tarin as we get everything squared away here. So 2 balls to Elena Tarin. The pitcher is Anaya Rodriguez for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. There's going to be the pitch, and that's going to be swing and a miss, and that's going to be upstairs. And Elena Tarin not happy about the swing there. She knew it was up and away. So 2 balls and a strike. And that's going to be strike number 2, outer half. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the hitter, Elena Tarin. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled back out of play. Yeah, it will be 2-2. And the defense we'll talk about here in just a moment as Rodriguez will deliver here. And that's going to be swing and a miss for strike 3. The defense for the Hobbs Eagles will be left to right. Starting at third base will be Valenzuela wearing jersey 14. Fuentes playing shortstop wearing jersey number 5. Zambrano wearing jersey 4. Playing second base. Garcia playing first base. And then left to right in the outfield will be Jimenez, and Silva. So 8, 3, and 10. And the batter will be number 7, Rodriguez, and Chavez doing the catching. 1-0 is the score in favor of the Roswell Lady Coyotes here in the bottom half of the first inning. The hitter will be Bella Ornelas. Got this one mixed up here. And that's going to be swing and a miss for strike number 2. One out here in this bottom half of the first inning. The pitcher for Hobbs is Anaya Rodriguez. There's going to be the pitch. It looks like a curveball, and that's going to be ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's the pitch and delivery. Little ground ball to third baseman. Looks like Valenzuela 5-3 over to Garcia for out number 2. So nice grab by Valenzuela, and now the hitter will be Alani Bertarin. All right, so 2 outs. Coyotes do get on the board with the solo home run from the leadoff hitter. First pitch, and that's going to be a home run for Yadira Aragon on her first frame, but now Bertarin will swing and a miss for strike 1. There's the pitch, and that's going to be a changeup, and that's going to be upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like the middle for Hobbs is playing about normal depth, even on the corners. Outfield playing a little shallower in center. That's going to be swinging a miss. You have Jimenez, number 8, playing a little deeper than usual. Number 3, Jimenez, is playing a little shallow in center and about normal depth for Silva. 1-2 is the count with 2 outs, and that one's going to be hit hard, and that one's going to be foul. So the count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. 14 pitches for the pitcher, Anaya Rodriguez. And that's going to be balled downstairs. So a little bit of a change of speed as opposed to Chavarria. Chavarria was a game 1 starter and got the win. And Anaya Rodriguez appears to have a little bit of a different speed, probably more of changeup style with an attempted curveball. That one's going to be inside, foul. A little light breeze going northwest in this field. A little cool, not bad, good playing weather here in Roswell. There's going to be the pitch, and again, I will tell you this right now. Looks like Coach Boyle has started Anaya Rodriguez. Looks like Rodriguez throwing the curveball inside a little bit. I'm going to tell you one thing that the Coyotes will do is dominate and will hit the ball out of the park if they continue throwing the changeups inside. Let's see what happens here on the pitch. And there's the inside, actually outside curveball, and there's going to be a little fly ball to Zambrano, and that will be out number 3 as the batter flies out to Zambrano. And so at the end of 1, the Roswell Coyotes, no runs. Excuse me, that's going to be 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 18 pitches. We'll be right back, KSVPTV.com.
All right, everyone, we want to invite you to the 3rd annual Roswell Honda Classic, where the golf is fun, but better than that, we have free beer, free food, free prizes, and the chance to win this 2025 Honda Civic.
Attention Roswell Coyote fans. When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line. When victory alone isn't enough, raise your bar, keep dreaming, and go beyond the limits that you thought possible. The new 2024 Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot, part of the Roswell Honda Rugged Trail Sport lineup. Roswell Honda, proud supporter of all Roswell High School sports.
Welcome back, KSVPTV.com. As Chavez will be the hitter for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Yarida Aragon, the pitcher for Roswell, hit a solo home run in the bottom half of the first inning, first pitch, and it was gone to the left side. 1 ball, no strikes. And now there is the pitch, and that one's going to be a called strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the hitter, Chavez. Chavez, the cleanup hitter. And that one's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, and it looks like Bear Tarin over to Elena Tarin for out number 1. All right, now coming up to the plate will be Garcia, the 5th hitter of 9. Aragon, the pitcher in this second game. She came in relief in the first game. That's going to be ball 1 upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes with an out. And make it ball 2. Have to get on to Max Preps here to find out for sure the overall record. So now the pitch, and that one's going to be flied up to center field, and that's going to be out number 2 as Patino grabs it. So out number 2, and now brings up the hitter, number 7, Rodriguez. That's going to be Anaya Rodriguez, the starting pitcher here in game 2. All right, and there's the pitch, and the curveball will be away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. Coyotes do lead 1-0 here in the top half of the second inning. Got a solo home run from Aragon in the bottom half of the first inning. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike. Good attempt, good frame by Marquez. Rodriguez trying to get the timing down as Gutierrez was the pitcher in game 1. And a little bit of a different strategy here as Aragon comes in relief. And now Aragon falls 3-0 to Rodriguez. And that's going to be strike 1 on the call strike. 3 balls, no strikes. The head coach, Boyle, had Rodriguez taken all the way, and there's the pitch. And that one is going to be hit. That one's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be an error on Fuentes. So E6, and now Rodriguez on board. All right, coming up to the plate now will be number 18, Segala. So Segala, the designated player this evening, coming up, and now will foul that one back to the fence. So Rodriguez at first base trying to help her own cause. Segala falls 0-1 with 2 outs. Aragon, the pitcher, will deliver, and that one is going to be foul to the third base side. Looks like Segala might have a little bit of power here. Let's see how Aragon will pitch to Segala, if she will try the attempted curveball or stay with the changeup inside. If whatever happens, you better stay down low because this young lady will hurt you real bad. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be strike 3, and a nice curveball by Aragon to strike out Segala for strike number 3 and out number 3. No runs on no hits, 1 error, 15 pitches for Aragon. Coming up for Roswell will be Marquez, Lucero, and Fuentes. We'll be right back. Softball fans, KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball. We'll be right back.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
1-0 is a score here as the Lady Coyotes lead 1-0 on a solo home run in the bottom half of the first inning by Yarida Aragon, who is the starting pitcher in the circle for Roswell. Coming up for Roswell will be Emily Marcus Lucero Fuentes, and pitching for Hobbs will be Anaya Rodriguez. All right, there's going to be the first pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. All right, Rodriguez getting the signal again, and that's going to be ball in the dirt for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coyotes drop game 1, 15-7. Trying to get some information here. That one's going to be popped up, and it looks like Jimenez, number 8, will grab it for out number 1. So the fly ball by the Lady Coyotes will be out number 1. Now coming out to the plate will be Lauren Lucero. Lauren Lucero facing Rodriguez. That one's going to be foul to the right side as Garcia hustles over to the right. See if we can get some scorers from around the state if all possible. I'm trying to get that down since my partner's out up in Hobbs. So I hear Lovington beat Portales 4-2. All right, so we're going to call that an error. Let's see what the official scorebook calls. Yeah, so we're going to call that an error on the fly ball. So it's going to be an error on Sombrano. Let me see if I can get this scored correctly. The ball will be in play on the fly ball, but an error. All right, so now the hitter will be Fuentes. So 1 ball, ground ball to the shortstop, and they're going to have a pickled up. So good heads-up play. So the fielder's choice. Ball will be in play. So good heads-up play by Fuentes to get a Coyote runner. Okay, so Fuentes will be on first base now with 2 outs. The hitter will be Jaslyn Horton. Takes ball 1. So base running error on the Roswell Lady Coyotes. What do they say? You hold, and the ball's hit to the left side, and the runner's on second base, and the ball's hit right at you or to the right side, then you can advance, and that was a running error. And that right there, when you're in district play, you got to make sure you take every opportunity, every advantage, and be careful on base runners. That's going to be ball 2. Because base running errors will cost you the game. 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Fuentes on first base, as she is on first base on the fielder's choice. Ball 3. All right, so 3 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. And Horton now will get on first base on 4 consecutive balls. And now the hitter will be Midea Patino, the speedster. Now, Midea Patino will bunt with 2 outs if you're not careful. If she can see the corners, if they're back, why not lay one down? She has done it before. She'll do it again. And that one is going to be a ground ball to third base, and that's going to be 5 unassisted for out number 3. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Our new business solution is providing an amazing Wi-Fi experience. Frankie's Cafe is booming more than ever. I'm here, undercover, to check it out.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hi. Would you mind taking a video I can upload to TikTok?
Oh, this happens a lot. Sure, I'm a TikTok guy. You can add different music.
Oh, no, I meant, can you take a video of us?
And that's called a photo.
Welcome back to KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball. Coyotes do have a lead here, 1-0 on the solo home run by Aragon. And coming up to the plate for Hobbs will be Silva, Valenzuela, and Zambrano. And that's going to be ball 1. Has some information here. Got on to Max Preps finally. The number 1, according to Max Preps, we do have the Centennial Hawks as the number 1 seed currently. And La Cueva, number 2, Mayfield 3, Alamogordo 4, Cibola 5, Las Cruces 6, Carlsbad 7, PV 8, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles in the 9th spot. The Lady Coyotes coming in at 21. And that's going to be swing and a miss for Silva. As I mentioned, Hobbs gets the victory in game 1 here at Roswell High School. Currently 8-6 on the year with the first district game victory. And that's going to be a called strike for strike number 3 and out number 1. So nice pitch by Yarida Aragon. Now coming up to the plate will be Valenzuela, the 9th hitter in this ball game. There's the pitch by Aragon, and that's going to be a called strike. Nothing in 1 with 1 out. There's the pitch, and that's going to be ball 1. Trying to get some statistics here, as everybody has now 1 at bat. And now there's the pitch by Aragon, and that one's going to be swing and a miss for strike 2. Let's go back here, and that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with an out. Coyotes do lead 1-0. Top half of the 3rd inning. And that one's going to be foul into the third base dugout. So about 33 pitches, 2 1/3 innings pitched for Aragon. Hobbs trying to get something started here with Valenzuela, the hitter. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be ball 2. Curve ball away. Hobbs now 8-6, I believe I said, on the year. That one's going to be another foul ball into the third base dugout. So change of speed. I want to double check that again so I don't misinform you. There's going to be the ground ball, 4-3 for out number 2. So good play by Horton. So the overall record for the Hobbs Lady Eagles right now is 8-6. They will be taking on, let's find out right here, Clovis on Thursday. Let's get this ground back here where that's going to be strike 1. Return to the top of the lineup here as Zambrano has a count even, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. There's Aragon. Oh, that's going to be a nice catch by Ornelas. So nice pitch by Aragon. And this time of the night, the sun is going down. It's hard to see, but nice catch by Ornelas for the fly out for out number 3. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball.
April showers? Not here. Instead, we shower you with savings. We have tons of new vehicles, great interest rates, thousands of dollars off, and a bunch of additional upgrades to add on. And don't forget about our Powertrain for Life program on each qualified purchase. No umbrella needed. Just come grab the deal of the season. Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where the forecast is always savings.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back to KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball. And coming up to the plate will be Aragon, Elena Tarin on deck, and Ornelas in the hole. Aragon's solo home run in the first inning. We now go 1-1, count even now. Anaya Rodriguez, the pitcher for Hobbs, 2 complete with 33 pitches. And now there's the pitch, and that one's going to be swinging a miss for strike 2. Roswell currently 4-11 on the year, 0-1 in district play. We'll be back in action on Thursday as they will be taking on the Carlsbad Cave Girls. That one is going to be hit hard, and now that's going to be her second solo. And now the score is 2-0. And that's going to be a home run, so the second home run for Aragon. So not only is she doing the hitting, but she's doing the pitching. So 2 RBIs, 2 hits, and currently the winning pitcher in this second ball game. So she's doing her job, not just in the circle, but also offensively. Now coming up to plate will be Elena Tarin. It's going to be ball 1. Pitcher is Rodriguez, and there's the second pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with no outs. Lady Coyotes lead 2-0. I'm looking at Jimenez over at center field. I don't think she moved from their spot as the home run was hit hard. There's going to be a fly ball to the left side, and nice catch by number 8, Jimenez, for out number 1. So nice grab, and now coming up to the plate will be Bella Ornelas. Ornelas 0 for 1, and that one's going to be hit high, and that's going to be foul out of play. So 1 out, nobody on. Nothing in 1 to count with 1 out. The hitter is Bella Ornelas, and that's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with an out. Valenzuela playing third base. Fuentes at shortstop. Zambrano at second. Garcia at first base. Jimenez playing on the left side, and then Silva. That one's going to be a little bleeder, and that's going to be a base hit. And it's going to be a single for Ornelas. They call that a little old Texas leaguer. All right, coming up to the plate now will be Bear Tarin. That one's going to be hit hard, and that one could be out of the park and off the wall. And now let's see if Ornelas will score. And again, looks like they're holding up Ornelas at third base. All right, there's going to be a timeout by Boyle. So ball in play. That's going to be a stand-up double to the left side. But now it looks like there's going to be a pitching change. We're going to take a break. We'll get you that information here in just a moment. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball.
All right, everyone, we want to invite you to the 3rd annual Roswell Honda Classic, where the golf is fun, but better than that, we have free beer, free food, free prizes, and the chance to win this 2025 Honda Civic.
All right, welcome back, KSVPTV.com, and there's a pitching change for Hobbs. It's going to be Chavarria, game 1 starter, and she was the winning pitcher. And now the Lady Coyotes also have now runners in scoring position with Tarin at second base, and that's going to be Bear Tarin, and then Ornelas at third base. 1 out, and the hitter is going to be Emily Marcus, who is 0 for 1 in this contest, facing Chavarria. Flew out to left field in her first frame, facing Chavarria. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled back, way back, and out of play for strike 1. So Lady Coyotes threatening once again here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 2 solo home runs by Yarida Aragon. There's the pitch by Chavarria, and Chavarria had multiple pitches. She hit the century mark a little over in game 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Let's see what Emily Marcus can do here, if she can help the cause here, and that's going to be ball 2. So we're here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Don't have any scores from around the state just yet. We'll see if we can find any. That one's going to be on the left side, foul. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count is even with 1 out. All right, so Bertarin at second base and Ornelas at third. Chavarria was the pitcher in game one. That's going to be upstairs inside for ball 3. So a full count. Chavarria, as I mentioned, had multiple pitches in game one over the century mark, and that one's going to be foul to the left side. Could be a little winded. I can get you an exact amount here in just a moment, but see if the Lady Coyotes can capitalize here. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be hit to the shortstop. Nice grab. It's going to be 6-3 for out number 2. So Emily Marcus will get credit for the RBI, but nice grab by the shortstop. Fuentes to Garcia for out number 2. So Bertarin will stay at second base. And now the hitter will be Lauren Lucero. Now the Lady Coyotes lead 3-0. So 0-1 the count to Lucero, excuse me. That one's going to be downstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lucero gets back into the box, batting from the right side. Close stance, awaits the pitch. That one's going to be a curveball, strike 2. So let's see if Chavarria can get this batter exactly. I can hear a little bit here as trying to get the Eagles back in action. But that's going to be a base hit to the right side. And let's see if they're going to hold up Tarin over at third base. But it's going to be a single for Lauren Lucero. All right, so now runners at the corners, and now the hitter is going to be number 11, Fuentes. Aslan Fuentes. And there's the pitch, and that one's going to be swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Scores 3-0 in favor of the Lady Coyotes. We are here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And that one's going to be swing and a miss for strike 2. Defense, corners playing even. About normal depth for the middle. Outfield playing normal depth. There's the pitch by Chavarria. And that one's going to be deep to foul territory, and that's going to be out of play. The count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see what Fuentes can do here. Umpire's trying to get some balls here. They don't understand. You don't toss the balls, you take them over. All right, runners at the corners again. And there's the pitch, and that one's a swing and a miss for strike 3. All right, so the end of 3, Roswell with 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 27 pitches for Chavarria. Fuentes, Jimenez, and Chavez coming up. We'll be right back. Lady Coyote Softball, KSVPTV.com.
Viernes 25 de abril. Tiempo de vencer. Roswell Nuevo México. Trae para ti la agrupación más solicitada por la raza. Secreto. Grupo Secreto.
Este amor secreto que quema fuego lento.
Conjunto Amanecer. Conjunto Amanecer.
Y si tu amor no vuelve, me toca conformarme con fotografía.
Con ellos. El origen norteño.
Sinceramente yo te juro que te amo.
Los consentidos del norte de Ciudad Juárez. Los consentidos del norte.
Saludazo para toda la gente de Chihuahua.
La cita es el viernes 25 de abril. Preventa especial limitada, solo $40. Puertas abren desde las 8 de la noche. Compra tus boletos de preventa en Encanto del Cener, El Churro Bar, La Cosita y Emergencia, Paletería Brenducci. Evento para todas las edades.
Welcome back to Lady Coyote softball. 3-0 a score in favor of the Lady Coyote. Coming up to bat for Hobbs is going to be Fuentes. Aragon, the pitcher. She has 2 solo home runs in this contest, and Fuentes is 1 for 1. Singled with a line drive up the middle. And now it's going to be 1 ball with no strikes. 3-0 is a score in favor of the Lady Coyotes. KSVPTV.com. Lady Coyote softball. To my left, I have former coaches. The official scorekeeper, Mr. Santos. 1 ball. And that one's going to be a ground ball. That might be in foul territory. And that's going to be strike number 1. It is foul. Now, it depends on where the base path was. If it goes over the bag, then that's going to be in fair territory. But the call was foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. 3-0 is a score. And there's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for strike 2. Sorry, guys. That's all right, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And up the middle is 1 of 3. Aragon to Elena Tarin for out number 1. Good recovery by Elena Tarin. All right, coming up to the plate now will be Jimenez, who is 0 for 1. That's going to be strike 1 on the called strike. Having some reminiscing. The Hobbs Eagles coming in ranked 9th in the 5A classification. Lady Coyotes ranked 21st in the 5A classification. 4-11 on the year. And there's going to be another ground ball to Aragon, 1 of 3 for out number 2. And again, that one was good recovery by Tarin. So out number 2. And now coming up to the plate will be Chavez, who is 0 for 1. Nothing and 1. Okay, well, check this out. Let's go ahead and reverse that. They're going to call that 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Aragon will deliver. And that's going to be a strike downstairs. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Open stance here for Chavez. There's the pitch. That one's going to be a nice shot to the left side, and that is going to be an error on the shortstop. And Fuentes will get on, excuse me, that's not Fuentes. Chavez will get on second base. So it looks like Fuentes got a glove on the backhand. So we're going to go ahead and let's see. I'm going to score this here. Let's see what the official scorebook calls it. Error? Okay, so there's going to be an error from the official scorebook. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this undone here and score that correctly. So ground ball. We'll call it an error on Fuentes. Okay, so now we're back in business here. So there's going to be another shot over to the shortstop and another error by the shortstop, Fuentes. And now the Hobbs Eagles back in business now. All right, so now looks like Fuentes will be coming out of the ball game now, and that ball was in play. That will be on the last play, and now coming up to bat will be, let's see here. See if I can get my stuff here. And Jimenez at the plate, and that one's going to be a little dribbler too. There's going to be a double error. And so now, so we had an error from Aragon, and then a throwing error on first baseman, Tarin. So let's see if we can get the batter set up here. So the hitter was Jimenez, is that correct? And that one's going to be on a different error. So now Hobbs is back in business now. Now the score is 3-2. All right, and that one is going to be hit to center field, and Patino with the catch. And so now, let's get this going here as we're going to score this correctly. Ball in play with the fly ball. Batter will be out, so nice play by Patino. But I tell you what, it's going to be 2 runs on no hits, 4 errors on 15 pitches. Coming up for Roswell will be Horton, Patino, and Aragon. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back, KSVPTV.com. The hitter for the Roswell Coyotes will be Horton, Patino on deck, and Aragon in the hole. And it's going to be 1 ball. The new pitcher for the Hobbs Eagles in relief is Chavarria. Chavarria got the win in Game 1, and now it's 1-0, the count. Make it 1 ball, 1 strike on the call strike. All right, the score is now 3-2. 4 errors for the Roswell Lady Coyotes in the top half of the third. And that one's going to be a drive over by Horton. And that's going to be a shot for a single. So that's going to be a line drive. So the new shortstop for Roswell, sorry, we'll get that taken care of here in just a minute. They had 2 Fuentes at shortstop, but this is the defense for Hobbs. There's going to be the attempted bunt now, and that's going to be strike number 2. Let the ball come to the bat instead of dropping the barrel head. So here it is. Patino, 0 for 1. Chavarria with the pitch, and that one's going to be upstairs and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the Coyotes do have Horton on first base. And there's the pitch by Chavarria, and that's going to be downstairs for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, scores 3-2. So Chavarria, as we mentioned earlier, surpassed the century mark in game 1, and currently with 23 pitches here in game 2. You can't do that. That's a balk. Separated. And then goes back. You see it? So full count. The hitter is Patino. Patino, who is 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice in her first frame. And that's going to be ball 4. Oh, they're going to change it. Ball 3, so full count. I think that was an error. I think that was a user error. So that is correct here on Game Changer 3-2. There's going to be no outs. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's going to be a base hit, and they're going to try to throw the ball to third base. So it's going to be a single. And then, of course, the runner, Horton, will advance to third base on the throw, and then Patino will advance to second base on the throw. And that, my friends, right there, is kind of a little bit of a defensive, I don't want to say an error, but you had Silva throwing the ball all the way to third base, no cutoff, and then runners advance, and now the Coyotes in scoring position at second and third base. That's going to be a call strike. And there's going to be a base hit, an RBI single by Aragon, who has turned it up. And so that's going to be a line drive. So now runners at the corners. Now coming up to the plate will be Elena Tarin. 4-2 the score now in favor of the Lady Coyotes. There's going to be the attempted bunt, and Aragon will slide safely at second. Will get credit for the stolen base. And now the count is 0-1. So now let's see if Elena Tarin could find a pitch to drive. And she does not at this time. It's going to be ball in the dirt, ball 1, excuse me. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, no outs here in this bottom half of the 4th. It's going to be another ball. So Lady Coyotes could open this game up here with a hit here by Tarin. 4-2 in favor of the Lady Coyotes here in game 2. Chavarria, the pitcher for Hobbs. That's going to be a called strike inside. So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make it 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chavarria now struggling with 33 pitches here in this second game. All right, and Chavarria now will step back, and now there's the pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. All right, so now Hobbs with no outs, as Chavez will have a conversation with Chavarria. And now we'll bring up to the plate will be Ballard Ornelas, the dangerous cleanup hitter. Actually, the 3-hole hitter. Looks like Hobbs is going to take a timeout. We're going to take one, too. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball.
Hey guys, Aaron Dishman, your general sales manager down here at Roswell Ford. Did you know that Ford Motor Company employs more American workers than any other manufacturer in the United States? Did you also know that Ford Motor Company has the largest manufacturing footprint in the U.S.? That's right, guys. That's why during the month of April, we're going to reconfirm our commitment to you with employee pricing for all. That's right. You pay what we pay. Down here at Roswell Ford, we have hundreds of vehicles to choose from, and we want to put them in your driveway. Come see us today at 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell, New Mexico, or call us at 623-3673. Don't forget to ask for the guy in the tie. Can't wait till you get here.
Welcome back, KSVPTV.com. Scores 4-2. Bases loaded for the Roswell Coyotes. Bella Ornelas, the hitter, as she goes 0-1 right now. And there's going to be a little bleeder, and that's going to be a 1-run score, so the RBI single. On the Texas Leaguer. Still no outs, and now the hitter will be Alani Tarin. That one's going to be popped up. Might be trouble. Zambrano with a catch. Bases are loaded, so it will be an infield fly rule. Runners will advance at their own risk, but the ball will be caught. So bases are still loaded here in the bottom half of the fourth, and the hitter now is going to be Emily Marcus, who is 0 for 2. Will fly. That one's going to be fouled back, for strike one. Chavarria, the pitcher, she gets set and delivers, and that's going to be upstairs for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 5-2 the score. Nice little breeze here. And that's going to be a pass ball. Oh, and that, my friends, is going to be a wild pitch. Wild pitch, and Aragon will score. Let's see here. So runners will all go on the same. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the wild pitch. And that one is going to be foul for strike 2. A little technical on the wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Coyotes now lead by 4, 6-2. Emily Marcus. We'll hit that to the left side for another foul ball. Two balls and 2 strikes with an out. Ornelas at second base and Tarin at third. And there's the pitch, and that one's going to be a ground ball. 4-3, Zambrano over to first base, and that's going to be an RBI on the fielder's choice. So the ball will be in play. So they will get credit for the sack. Okay, so now it's at third base. The score is 6-2. Lucero now 0-1. That's going to be upstairs for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now I have the score 7-2. And that's going to be ball downstairs for strike 2. And I am actually being facetious when I say that. That was down. I thought it was a ball, but he called it a strike. And that's going to be a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Okay, so here we go as Chavarria up to 47 pitches now, and that's going to be a called strike. All right, so at the end of 4, Roswell scores 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors, 32 pitches coming up. 4 Hobbs will be Silva, Valenzuela, and Zambrano. We'll be right back. Lady Coyote Softball, KSVPTV.com.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. In fact, they're downright funky. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2660.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Welcome back, KSVPTV.com. Coyotes lead this ballgame 7-2, and the hitter now is Silva for Hobbs. That's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Lady Coyotes dropped game 1, 15-7, but currently winning here in game 2, 7-2. And that's going to be a call strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-run lead for the Coyotes. I don't have an update for the game in Hobbs. Let's see if my friend Don will keep me updated from Hobbs. All right. That's going to be ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the hitter Silva. Silva is 0 for 1. She's the 8th and 9th hitters. Make it ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're here in the top half of the 5th inning. Aragon doing the job in the circle. Make it ball 4. I say make it. She still has been doing the job offensively and doing her job in the circle. Aragon with only 60 pitches in this ball game. 4 complete innings pitched. Now the hitter will be Valenzuela, who is 0 for 1. And that one's hit hard, and looks like Patino will have a nice catch. All right, now coming up to the plate will be the leadoff hitter, Zambrano. Zambrano, who is 0 for 2 in this contest, grounded out and then flew out to the right side. And there's going to be a stolen base by Silva. And they're going to say the tag was down. Good throw by Marquez. 1-0. And there's the pitch now. And that one's going to be a shot over to the right side. And looks like Boyle will hold the runners. All right, so now you have runners at the corners. You have runners at first and third base with one out. You have a situation that you have to call. And you're going to have to go red, white, or blue is what I call it. And I say, you what, with the lead, I think you throw it down. I think you go all the way down. But there is going to be the pitch, and that's going to be called strike. So 0-1. Let's see if Boyle will put Zambrano in motion. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be ball inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Coyotes lead 7-2. We're trying to get an update from Hobbs. So it looks like 4-0 Hobbs boys win in Hobbs. There's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. 6. There's going to be another error at the position of shortstop. And a run will be scored. The RBI, there's no RBI on that play due to the error. And there's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, and now she goes fielder's choice. Instead of rolling the ball up, she'd go into third base, gets the lead runner. All right, so let's get this all situated here. This is going to be number 1, the hitter. Let's get this canceled up, and that's going to be a fielder's choice.
So a fielder's choice puts Jimenez on first, an error put Fuentes on first, she moves to second. The lead runner was cut off, and 2 outs now, and
all right, so now we have 2 outs. So 7-3 is a score. All right, so now the hitter is Chavez. So Jimenez, number 3 at first base, Fuentes at second base. There's the pitch, and that's going to be downstairs on the changeup for ball number 3. 3-1. So 0 for 2 is Chavez. Chavez, the cleanup hitter. And that one's going to be hit hard, and that one's going to be caught by Patino for out number 3. Nice catch for out number 3. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball.
Are they pink or are they raspberry sorbet? Are they orange or are they Caribbean coral? Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company, and of course, we're talking about geraniums, along with petunias and lantanas. We raise them in our greenhouse, then send them home with you to brighten up the world. And while we may disagree on what to call them, there's no doubt they're the prettiest flowers anywhere. So come get yours while the selection is best. But you're going to have to pick them out yourself because I'm colorblind.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Welcome back to Lady Kyle Softball, KSVPTV.com. Kyle Stu leads 7-3 as we begin the bottom half of the 5th inning. Coming up to bat for Roswell will be Jaramillo. Let's get that changed up here. And Jaramillo batting from the right side with that open stance, facing Chavarria. Chavarria now will take her wind up and deliver ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Coyotes need to have a good inning here. Try to get this out of reach. 7-3 is the score. We're here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And that one's going to be hit hard to the shortstop. And nice grab by Fuentes over to Garcia. And she will be out. 6-3, put out for out number 1. All right, now coming up to the plate for the Lady Coyotes will be Jaslyn Horton, who is 1 for 1. Had a nice shot to the left side earlier in the contest, and there's going to be an official timeout. Let's get reset here. Let's look at some statistics here. Chavarria pitching from the right side. She's at 50 pitches. That's going to be ball 1. So well over 150 pitches, 51 pitches this game, 110 in the first game, I believe. I'll double check that. There's going to be another, that's going to be a base hit by Jaslyn Horton. Right through the 5-6 hole, but a nice hit by Horton. And I'm going to call that an infield single myself as Fuentes goes to the backside, and that's going to be a good job. And now the hitter will be Patino as she attempts to bunt, and does she offer? So it looks like they're going to call that a ball, so she did not offer, and they're going to try the short game here now. So 1-0, and there's going to be the attempt to bunt again, and that's going to be another ball. And now Horton will advance to second base on the wild pitch. So let's see if Horton can come in here and take care of business with a count of 2-0. 1 out, 7-3 is the score in favor of the Lady Coyotes. And there's the pitch by Chavarria, and there's going to be another bunt. Chavarria over, and that one is going to be an out. So the sacrifice bunt works, and will advance Horton over to third base. Let me undo this here. That one didn't work. Only bad thing is when you're doing it solo, you got to be quick on your feet there. But Horton does now go to third base. 2 outs. The hitter is Aragon, who has been hot with 2 home runs in the contest. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now facing Chavarria again, Aragon will throw her hands out for strike 2 as it goes foul. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. All right, there's the pitch and the delivery, and that's going to be ball 2 on the dirt. Kind of curious to see if Boyle will pitch to Aragon. Aragon hit a home run in the first inning and also in the third inning. Awaits the pitch from Chavarria. There's the pitch upstairs for ball 3. Count full with 2 strikes, 3 balls, and 2 outs. Yeah. Boyle has an open bag. Let's see if he puts Aragon. And that one will be another RBI double. And that is going to be an out. Oh. All right, so the Roswell Coyotes will get a run in. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back, KSVPTV.com.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right, we're back. KSVPTV.com. Lady Coyotes softball scores 83 in favor of the Lady Coyotes. Coming up to the plate for Hobbs will be Garcia, number 9, who is 0 for 2 in this contest. Aragon doing the pitching, 5 complete with 72 pitches. That's going to be ball 1 to the hitter Garcia. 5-run lead for Roswell. Yarida Aragon doing the job in the circle here in Game 2. Came in relief in Game 1. But doing the job offensively and defensively. There's a dribbler. Let's see if Tarin can deliver, and she does. 5-3 for the out, and that's going to be out number 1. All right, so good job by Ber Tarin over to Elena Tarin for out number 1. Coming up to the plate now will be Jimenez. Jimenez 0 for 1. And she actually hit a ground ball up the middle. She reached on an error by the pitcher. Strike 1. And there's the pitch now, and there is going to be a nice little changeup. Strike 2. Did I hear a score? Artesia defeats Goddard 11-0 in 5, I imagine. There's going to be a base hit through the 5-6 hole, and that's going to be a hit. Let's go. That scored. So nice job by Jimenez. Now coming up the plate will be Segala, who is 0 for 2. Strikeout swinging and flew to center field. Let's see if the Coyotes go into double play depth here. See if they can escape any runs here in this inning. That's going to be swinging a miss by Segala. Segala with plenty of power, but did strikeout swinging earlier in the first frame. And there's going to be another strike, swinging a miss. Let's see if they'll do another curveball, maybe 2 balls out. Don't pitch to her at all. A lot of power. Let's see if you go at her or if you waste a ball. And that, my friends, is swinging a miss for strike 3, and that's a good pitch, although it was 2 or 3 balls out, and Segala does go down swinging. So 2 outs now. The score is 8-3 in favor of the Lady Coyotes. And that's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. The hitter is Silva. And there is the pitch, and that one's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, and that's going to go 6-3 for out number 3. All right, we'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball.
Viernes 25 de abril, Coyote Center de Roswell, Nuevo México. Trae para ti la agrupación más solicitada por la raza. Secreto, Grupo Secreto.
Este amor secreto que quema fuego lento.
Conjunto Amanecer.
Y si tu amor no vuelve, me toca conformarme con fotografía.
Con ellos, el origen norteño.
Sinceramente yo te juro que te amo.
Los consentidos del norte de Ciudad Juárez. Los consentidos del norte.
Saludazo para toda la gente de Chihuahua.
Las citas el viernes 25 de abril. Preventa especial limitada, solo $40. Puertas abren desde las 8 de la noche. Compra tus boletos de preventa. En Encanto de Encener, el Churro Bar, La Cosita, Paletería Brenducci. Evento para todas las edades.
Welcome back, KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote Softball. Score is 8-3 as we begin the bottom half of the 6th inning. Coming up to the plate will be Elena Tarin, Ornelas, and Alani Tarin facing Chavarria. Chavarria, the winner in game one, currently coming in relief in this game. And tell you what, she is gassed as she has 81 pitches, surpassed the century mark in game one, facing Elena Tarin. And that one's going to be hit well, but in foul territory. It's going to be strike one. So Coyotes doing their job here in this game too. And that's going to be outside for ball two. 2 balls and a strike. Eight threes a score. And here is Elena Tarin. That's going to be ball 2. Make it ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Lady Coyotes fell in game one 15-7. Currently leading this game 8-3. And that's going to be just fell. So 66 pitches, 2 2/3 innings pitched here for Chavarria. All right, and there's the pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. All right, so Coyotes just have to be a little aggressive here. Timely hitting here. Be aggressive at the plate. Be smart at the plate. Quality at bats here, as Chavarria is struggling quite a bit. And there's going to be a drive over to center field. That will be a stand-up double. Let's see if Tarin will score, and she doesn't. That's the right call. So now runners at second and third base. Good hit by Bella Ornelas on the stand-up double. All right, now coming up to the plate will be Bertarin. All right, no outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Coyotes see if they can 10-run. Possibly. Still a lot of ball to be played, 8-3, but the bottom half of the 6th inning, Coyotes with runners at second and third base. Bertarin, the hitter, facing Chavarria. That's going to be ball in the dirt. Two balls on the hitter. Chavarria in her windup will deliver. And there's going to be a rope over to the left side. And look at this. Let's see if they're going to double it up, and they do. Okay, and this is kind of crazy here. Let's go ahead and rule this here. It's going to be a line out to the left field. Runners take off. Jimenez, number 8, throws it to Sombrano, overthrows it, goes past the second baseman. The first baseman, Garcia, then throws it back to the shortstop to get the force out for out number 2. Runner will advance and score. So ball will be in play. So I'm going to rule it in my rule book here, my scorebook, excuse me. There you go. All right, 2 outs. The score now is 10. Actually, do we have 9? Is that correct? I have 9. Okay, so that's correct. 9-3 is a score. With 2 outs. And that's going to be a called strike to the hitter, Emily Marquez. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that one's going to be hit high, and let's see if number 8, Jimenez, has a chance, and just grabs it. I tell you what, nice grab. So let's get this here as ball is in play. The fly ball to the left fielder on the fly out to Jimenez. All right, so at the end of 6, Lady Coyotes score 1 more run on 1 more hit, no errors on 14 pitches. Valenzuela Sombrano Fuentes coming up on the top half of the 7th. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote softball.
At National Furniture Liquidators, it's a tax time truckload sale featuring famous Ashley brand furniture. Truckload savings like your choice. 4-piece queen bedrooms, just $588. Entertainment centers, $148. A 5-piece pub set, $295. Or an Ashley reclining sofa or love seat, just $588 each. Many more savings plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Ashley Tax Time Truckload Sale. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
All right, welcome back to Lady Coyote Softball, KSVPTV.com. Scores 9-3 as we begin the top half of the 7th inning. Coming up to bat will be Valenzuela, number 14, the 9th hitter of 9. Pitching for the Roswell Lady Coyotes is Yarida Aragon, who has been the standout in the circle and, of course, offensively as well, with 2 home runs, solo in the first and then a 2-run jack in the 4th, and doing her job. She did come in relief in the first game and did pretty well as well, but coming up here, she's going to try to close this game out to get the first victory, the first district victory, and to improve the record to now 5-11 if all possible. So we'll see what happens here. But looks like Darine is trying to fix her first base bag, and she does. All right, now coming up to the play, as we mentioned, is number 14, Valenzuela, who is 0 for 2 in this contest. Grounded out to the right side and then flew out to center field. And now the Lady Coyotes are up by 6 runs, and that's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the Lady Coyotes lead by 6, 9-3. So the Hobbs Eagles have the top of the order coming up and hoping to have Valenzuela do her job at the plate here on her 3rd frame of this ball game. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be a ground ball. Nice grab by Lonnie Tarin to Elena Tarin for out number 1. So out number 1. And now coming up to the plate will be the leadoff hitter, Zambrana, who is 1 for 3. Aragon with the pitch, and that's going to be a curveball away, ball 1. All right, there's the second pitch, and that one's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. And now Hadamil will grab it. And now it's going to be 6-3 for the put out for out number 2. All right, now coming up to hit 4. Hobbs will be number 5, Fuentes, who is 1 for 3. And that is going to be ball 1. She tries the changeup. So I think it's safe to say that the Lady Coyotes will improve their record to 5-11 on the year and will get the district win more than likely. 2 balls and no strikes. And that's going to be strike number 1 on the called strike. So 2 balls and a strikes with 2 outs. Make it 3 balls and a strike. Fuentes, as I mentioned earlier, 1 for 3, singled on the line drive. And then there's the ground ball, 4-3, and that will be the ball game. Excuse me. Let's take a break, and we'll come back with some stats. KSVPTV.com, Lady Coyote softball.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Lady Coyotes win 9-3. Yarida Aragon collected 3 hits in 4 at-bats. The Roswell Lady Coyotes defeat Hobbs 8-3. And Aragon hit a solo home run and then, of course, a 2-run shot to the left side. Roswell Lady Coyotes got on the board in the bottom of the 3rd after Aragon hovered to center field and Emily Marcus grounded out and scored a run. Hobbs tied the game up in the top of the 4th. Thanks to a 2 error, Hobbs tied the game at 2 on the errors. Roswell Varsity Lady Coyotes jumped into the lead in the bottom half of the 4th inning when Aragon singled again, scoring 1 run. Bella Ornella singled, scoring 1 run, and Marcus grounded out, scoring 2 runs. Aragon earned the win for the Roswell Varsity Lady Coyotes. Their starter gave up 3 hits on 3 runs over 7 innings, striking out 4 and walking 1. Anaya Rodriguez took the loss for Hobbs. The hurler went 2 1/3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits, striking out 1 and walking 1. The Roswell Lady Coyotes tallied 11 hits in the game. Ornelas and Aragon each collected 3 hits for the Roswell Lady Coyotes. Jocelyn Horton also collected 2 hits, and now the Roswell Lady Coyotes will improve their record now to 5-11. We'll take on the Lady Cave Girls on Thursday at 4:30 and 6:30. The Hobbs Lady Eagles now will fall to a record of 9-7 on the year and will be taking on Clovis on Thursday at 4:30 and 6:30. Closing out from Roswell, we'll see you next time on Thursday as the Lady Coyotes win and will now be 1-1 in district play. We'll see you on Thursday night, and it's always a great day to be a Coyote. Have a good night.